Hello everybody, my name is Gibbles. I've decided to try to pick up making gameplay videos as a hobby, and I figured I'd start with probably one of my favorite games that I've played in the last few years. It's called Mountain Blade Warband, and it's actually Mountain Blade Warband Napoleonic Wars, and it was produced by Paradox Entertainment. It is, of course, about the Napoleonic Wars. It is a FPS. It's a really interesting game because first off, you actually have to not necessarily plan your shots so much as try and be prepared if something goes down, because it's going to take you a good 20-30 seconds to reload your gun depending on the type of gun situation. There's also artillery, cavalry. There's Among the guns, there's a little bit of divergence. It's pretty much, you got your basic musket, infantry musket, then you have, which has a bayonet. Then you have a cavalry musket, which reloads pretty quickly, but no bayonet. Then you have carbine, which, of course, the cavalry use. And it reloads quick, but horribly, horribly inaccurate. As you can see in here right now, I'm actually playing United Kingdom, and as you probably saw there, I picked somehow I became French. Well, I'm French, everybody. So now I'm playing the French. Please don't take this to heart. Sometimes this game has a few little bugs, but nothing too off the line. So as you can see here, I can pick with this guy, with the 15 Aimé Regiment d'Infanterie Légère. I can pick the cavalry musket or the infantry musket. I'm going to go with cavalry musket just because I love the quick reload on it. The game is, I can't remember if it's a Source engine game, but I've seen a lot of games that use this type of engine to create different types of ideas. You can also press X to flip your weapon around and use it as a club or a spear in the case of the infantry musket. And here's one of the most fun parts about the game. Everything is random. The way the shots work, the way pretty much anything works is almost completely random. And there's actually a really good blocking system, which I'm no master of at all, as you saw. But it does the same with attacks. You can attack from the left, right, up, down. Oh, I wonder what... Give me a second here. Oh no, you can't attack from down with club weapons. So you can kind of see that, you're not exactly going to spear somebody with the butt of your gun, not as much damage as swinging it. So let's fire off a pot shot here. As you can see, I missed. Literally, these guns are not accurate past, I wouldn't even say 5 meters. It's almost hilarious how bad they are. But then if you've ever actually fired a smooth bore weapon like this, you all know how absolutely terrible it is for aiming. You can actually get rifles, which the rifles are of course rifled, and it works pretty well. You can also get a shotgun called a musketoon that fires a central bullet along... What? Never seen this before. What's in here? Opens a treasure. Oh god. Oh, that was the enemy. I am not the brightest man. Thankfully he can shoot. But it's a pretty fun game. Everything is destructible, weirdly enough. You don't really think of it in a game that looks this old, but the game had a lot of heart put into it. And I can understand they couldn't necessarily make perfect graphics and stuff like that. Which Napoleonic Wars is actually a mod off the original game, which is Mountain Blade Warband. It's a sequel, I guess, prequel, with Fire and Sword. Unfortunately, didn't do as well as Warband, but it did allow for a little bit better multi. Oh god, nope. Where's my sword? Oh, and yeah, you get swords and stuff. Oh god, I am really bad at this game. So let me see if I can get to, well, not Britain. Crap. Well, I'll try out a different class. All the different classes, I use that term loosely, they're pretty much all depending on what they are. Like, you got line infantry, then you have foot guard, which I don't know if there's actually a difference. I mean, pretty much all of them, you get the infantry musket and the saber, except for the 45th E Regiment d'Infanterie de Ligne. I don't speak French. I'll just try horribly. But each of the costumes of the characters is actually based off the actual costume for that brigade and regiment and whatnot. So, and then down here, which is kind of weird how they did this. I thought it was actually kind of funny that, you just kind of have a pirate skirt. Oh, well, here, perfect timing. I got the musketoon. Amazingly, it's even less accurate than the rest of them, but it can do some good damage. It's a lot of fun to use. I actually prefer it. Unless you get a few of the, like, ball shells, not ball shells, but ball ammunition into them, it won't do much damage. And it takes forever to reload, which, as you saw, I ran like an absolute pansy into the house here. But there's actually full reload animations. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the ramrod to work, so they just kind of didn't put it in. But if I remember correctly, Flying Squirrel is actually putting out a new mod called Battle Cry of Freedom, which is based on the Civil War and, of course, the blues and the grays and all that kind of fun stuff. And hopefully they're going to continue on from there and make a few more mods. I think they might even be part of the actual crew that made the original game, because I know Paradox published it, but I can't remember exactly off the top of my head who made it. So, oh, right here's a perfect chance to use the musketoon. Bam! And as you saw, the bullets are actually physical, which is, personally, I really like that. That's always a big plus in games to me. Oh no. Don't you get... Well, I just got bayoneted. Stabbed, bayoneted. I want there to be another word for that. But it's actually a really fun game for this kind of stuff. Or for people that love history and different kind of things. I'll pull up a tutorial after this and show you guys the artillery and all that. Oh god, I got a pistol. Which, don't get me wrong, the pistols aren't... I may have just shot my friend in the back. Yeah. Anyway, the pistols you can actually reload while walking, which the other guns you cannot, so it's one of those kind of give-trade things, because the pistol won't insta-kill a person, which this game is realistic in the way that one shot and you're pretty much down unless it hits an extremity. The way it is kind of truthful if you think about it. A bullet, an actual lead ball hitting you would destroy you. I mean, you would not be getting back up from a wound like that. So I can see where they're coming from. I mean, historical accuracy, and that's a big thing for them. But they also have musicians for each... oh god. About to get stabbed again. Oh, no. End of the game saved me. They actually have different munitions. They actually have different musicians for each of the different regiments, and they can all play different songs. One of my favorite is actually the United Kingdom... can't remember if it's No, it's not Coldstream. It's Scottish Blackguards, I think. And by the way, we're playing on custom maps, so there's some kind of weird stuff sometimes, which is why the ground and everything is purple. Let me see. But you can get stuff like drummers, fifers, trumpeters, a lot of different fun stuff like that. You can also be an engineer and actually build up defenses, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, here's the guy that can actually pick the musketoon. Is there any I missed? Any guns? I can't remember. There's a few I think I missed that were cavalry weapons. But either way, it really is a good game. I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff. Wow, this map is extremely customized. It's kind of weird, truthfully. And after I said all that stuff about how it loves historical accuracy, Yeah, we're apparently fighting the Battle of Purple Island. Oh, we can come in. Oh, no. Nope. Oh, and your guns will actually take a second to fire, like real weapons of the time. Uh, they're not they're not matchlock. I guess it'd be wheel lock or flintlock, something along those lines. But the artillery, there's a few different kinds of artillery. I have no idea what just happened there. But there's a few different types of artillery. There's howitzers, cannons, and mortars. And I know that Flying Squirrel Entertainment wanted to put in different calibers for those weapons. But unfortunately, they either couldn't manage it in the engine, or it was just impossible for them to do it. So you got the basics, you know, you got a lot of the fun stuff, and you got explosive rounds and canister shot. You have a lot of interesting stuff like that, and like I said, everything's destructible, as you can see over here, which, I mean, it really is a good game. The cavalry is probably one of my favorite things to do, because, especially if you get a lance, it requires a lot more timing, I guess would be the better word. It's really hard to actually hit somebody from the back of a horse, you know, kind of like real life. Oh, God. This has pretty much just been a compilation of me getting stabbed. Anyway. Is there any artillery over here in this little boat? I'll show you guys. There's a full loading animation for the artillery, and the way they handle the artillery, there's no actual, like, circle on the ground that says you're going to hit here. You have to aim with just kind of your best guess is the best way to... Wow. I think I'm drowning. Am I drowning? Yep, drowning. But also, like, if your shot gets wet, you lose all your shells. I don't think even the one you have... No, the one you have in the gun works too, and I just wasted my only shot. Amazing. Let's go see what's up with this boat. That was kind of freaking me out. Did somebody... Also, boats will sink, which is really cool. If you hit them, boats will sink. Yeah, well, there's no action popping up on that, so I'm guessing that's not actually a fireable cannon. Really? I don't even know how they managed this. That's so weird. Anyway, I wish I could have found one of the better one of the original maps, but unfortunately the community's not necessarily dying down, but it's midnight where I'm at, and I'm around the East Coast somewhere, so it's kind of dead right now. But there's a lot of fun stuff. It's pretty much Napoleonic Wars Gary's mod is the best way I could describe it as it gets to the modding. I mean, the base game, Warband, once you have that, you can absolutely mod the crap out of it. I've seen samurai mods. I have a mod called the Florus Expanded Pack. And, I mean, that's one of the benefits of this game, is how there is a huge modding community that has absolute... Oh, God. You saw the... Yeah. You saw the lance right there. The lance just absolutely tore through me. But, it has an absolutely amazing modding community, and there's a unicorn, and I give up. I give up on these people. I don't know what's going on here. I have no idea how to explain. Oh. Horsey! And the tables have to... Oh. The tables did not turn. I'm sorry to get everybody's hopes up. Oh. God, I'm sorry, Hotel Soap. I've completely forgot about the carpet being death. I should have remembered that. But it really is a good game. I recommend people try it out. It's on sale all the time on Steam. Even then, it is well worth the price. It's one of those games where you don't have to be too graphically... Well, you don't have to be too graphic intensive for it. Like, you're not going to be running this in 4K or something like that. But it's one of those games that even with the lower graphics scale, it's still absolutely amazing to me. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. So much blood. But, yeah, I recommend everybody try it out. There's some amazing sieges. And, I'm going to leave here before I keep dying horribly. So, have a fun time. You all should try this game.